Hello, Luke here, just with a little quick intro before we go into the podcast. It's the next day, it's Tuesday, the 30th of June, 2020. So this is a little intro, visually and audibly, because today Cineworld have announced they're no longer opening on their original date. They are now opening on July the 31st. It was one of our big news stories, which is why I'm mentioning it now, because we mentioned their original date quite a lot and then say, why are they opening? So obviously they were listening to the show last night and then decided overnight that actually it was best to delay it. Makes sense. So anyway, that's the news. Cineworld now opening on July the 31st. It's mainly because there's nothing out, so it seems a bit silly. If you want to find all the latest news about Cineworld, cineworld.co.uk. Nothing about Empire yet, but of course keep an eye on the Monday Movies Facebook page for all of the details. Facebook.com/Wycombe Monday Movies. That's the one. So Cineworld not opening now until July the 31st. Obviously was listening, as I said. That's basically it for this intro of the intro. And now, the actual intro.
Love music, love talk, love Wycombe Sound.
Monday Movies on Wycombe Sound 106.6 FM.
Hello and welcome to the Monday Movies podcast. Yeah, that's how I feel.
That's a weird noise.
So if you're watching this, apologies for it not being live on Monday, but hey, you got it now.
Technical issues all over the yazoo.
I mean, and it still could happen, so you know.
Yeah, it probably will.
Probably will, yeah.
Let's get through this before things turn to drive time.
Dust.
How rude. What, Duncan?
What, Duncan? Duncan.
Duncan,
what, Toby?
Hello?
Toby.
What's coming up on the show?
What we've been watching, lots of stuff, documentaries on Netflix, and we've all watched the Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga. And we will have news of the safety precautions being put in place by Empire and Cineworld when they plan to reopen on July the 10th.
Ooh.
Yes, July the 10th.
Which is probably when you're watching this.
Or listening to it.
Listening to it, yes.
And at the end of the podcast extras, we'll talk about release dates.
Yes, and
because things have moved again.
And I have something to talk about that I've been watching, and I believe, Duncan, there's a photo you want to talk about as well. Don't say what it is, though.
Okay.
Good. That's good.
I don't remember.
Yes.
What photo?
There's a photo. There's a photo. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Lovely.
Great.
Toby.
Great.
Perfect.
Kick us off.
Let's
kick us off.
Start the show.
A very good evening. This is Duncan Strip on Wycombe Sound with Luke Davis and Toby Stubbs for another edition of Monday Movies, an hour of film, chat and humour. That's how I'm going to class it anyway. Okay. From your friends at the socially distant Wycombe Sound. Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
Good evening. Fine, thank
evening.
you.
How are things now that lockdown has basically ended?
Well, technically, it got worse.
Well, yes, but you know we can go anywhere and do anything now.
That's true. Who needs the internet?
You don't need it now. I was down on Bournemouth Beach.
Were you?
Doing my business in a takeaway container and just leaving it there. Yeah, why not?
Oh, lovely,
why not?
Lovely. Please don't do that.
Toby, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yes.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm great.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm Toby and I'm great.
Toby's been GoProing and drumming with a camera on his head. Haven't you, Toby?
Yes. Yeah, I have.
Don't sound it.
Yeah,
Don't sound embarrassed. Take ownership of it. Come on, don't be embarrassed.
I have done it and I loved it.
Thank you. That's good.
That can be clipped.
Good bit of drumming.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you would like to see it, it's at Toby Stubbs on Instagram.
Yeah.
On Instagram,
or
yeah.
if you're watching this later in the week, here. There you go. It's there. Look, it's just there.
Thank you.
Anyway, welcome to Monday Movies. On the show this week, we'll tell you what's coming out on digital and physical release in the next 7 days. We'll also have what we've been watching, which will include the Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga, Disclosure, Athlete A, Perry Mason, amongst other things. But we will start off with some film news.
Ooh, film news.
Yes. There we go. So the news is that cinemas are reopening as of next week. So we thought we'd
That's
tell
at the
you...
end of it. Stop.
That's it.
That's it.
And moving on to the next... No. So we thought we would tell you what safety measures are being put in place by the two cinemas that are local to us. That is Cineworld, obviously, in the Eden Centre, and Empire Cinemas up on the Handy Cross roundabout. Cineworld, which is your preference? Mine's Cineworld.
Cineworld is closer. I don't say I have a preference, but
No.
I'm more of an Empire.
Are you?
Wow.
But
Makes sense.
yeah.
Better seating in Empire, I must admit. More comfy, yeah. Anyway, Cineworld are going to open their doors on July the 10th.
Okay.
So is that next week? That's next.
That is next.
next Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
Yeah, a week on
Friday.
Saturday.
Next Friday.
A week on
Friday.
Yeah, week on Friday,
yes. They say on their website they're excited to announce that we're planning to reopen. So it doesn't say we're reopening.
Well, anything could happen in a week and a bit.
Yes, we're planning to reopen Cineworld cinemas across England on the 10th of July. The opening date is subject to final clarifications and confirmations in regard to UK government restrictions, with dates to follow for our cinemas in Scotland, Wales and Ireland, because obviously they're under a different rules and regulations. So Cineworld are putting a few things in place. Would you like to know what?
Well, yeah, that would probably be a good idea, yeah.
Okay. Social distancing measures will be implemented across all areas within the cinema. Doesn't say how they're going to do it, but obviously it's the 1 metre plus.
Yeah.
Although in the cinema it wouldn't be, would it? It'd be 2 metres.
Yeah. If you've been
Isn't
watching the football, which I'm sure you have, Duncan.
Oh, haven't missed a match.
No. They've been doing so it's been like one seat with a tick on it, and then seat with X's, and then they've got another one. So I'm guessing they'll do something like that.
Okay. Hand washing. All employee and customer toilets will be stocked with antibacterial hand soap. I mean, I'm hoping they already were, to be honest, and this isn't just something they're putting in place because of this. Stringent hand washing guidelines will be trained out to all employees. So obviously they have employees who don't know how to wash their hands, which is a worry.
I'd hope they'd already have that.
Yeah, I mean, especially the ones that make the popcorn. I'm hoping they've known how to wash their hands.
I reckon they'll be because I know that they've announced that pick and mix isn't coming back. For the moment.
No.
But I reckon they'll be wearing gloves when they're doing the popcorn.
Yes, it'd be more like pick and mixomatosis.
Yes,
really.
exactly. Nicely done.
But the hand washing training is going out to supplement their current personal hygiene policy. So obviously hand washing wasn't part of that. Again, slightly worried.
Slightly concerning,
about
isn't it?
that. Hand sanitizer stations will be provided in all cinemas for customers and employees. So as you're wandering around, there will be hand sanitization, so if that's a word.
I like the word though.
Our already high cleaning standards will be enhanced by a cleaning program designed to clean and sanitize the high touch points within the cinema. Again, why these weren't being cleaned before, I do not know.
No.
But there we go. Everything will be cleaned. But obviously, they say the high touch areas will be cleaned.
What class is the high touch area?
Well, the door handles.
Right, okay.
But if they clean the door handle, say they clean the door handle every 10 minutes.
Yes.
That's fine, but 20 people could touch that door handle within that 10-minute space. So,
do you touch? Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So if they clean it, somebody goes in and you're behind them. You're touching it after somebody.
Just use your back to open and close it.
Yes, elbows and backs.
But then you still got to lock it. So
lock it.
Like if you're going into like a cubicle, is what I mean.
Oh, so yeah, I was going to say, what kind of cinema do you go to?
But no, I meant more from like cubicles.
I suggest if you need toilet facilities, go before you go.
Do you think they'll shut the doors? Maybe because I would imagine.
Sorry, what doors?
No, for the main cinemas. I don't mean cubicles.
You mean lock them?
No, close them, because you know they close the door in and out of the cinema.
Yes, I think they have to because of the noise.
I wonder.
And the lights.
I wonder if they're electronically done. No. So I wonder for fire standards, you can get ones that are that close if the fire alarms go off.
Right.
So they just automatically
Okay.
So I wonder if they've got that and they can manually open and close them, like when it's like a screening starts.
And the benefit of that would be
so that no one's having to close them. They're open while people are going in and out to get their before it starts.
Right.
Then they automatically close when it.
I see. But then they still have people touching them as they go out to go to the loo and get more.
But then that's lowering the risk, is what I'm saying.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you should be on their board of directors.
It really should be.
E-ticketing, ticketing.
That's easy to say, isn't it?
Ticketiz. Tickets will be available to book in advance or on their website via the Cineworld app, available on Android and iOS. Confirmation emails can be used as tickets, and e-tickets are available on the app. It doesn't actually say whether you can pay cash for a ticket. It doesn't actually say whether you can buy tickets in the cinema.
I was going to say, because they've got the touch screens, but that's another thing that you're going to have to clean up. They might as well just go, everyone use their app.
Yeah, but if you haven't got an app... So interesting. They've updated their seating maps. Their booking system has been updated to allow you to sit your friends and family in our cinema screens while ensuring a safe distance between customers from separate groups. This will vary on the capacity and layout of each screen.
Someone's got a headache when they work that out.
I know. So I don't know, because I haven't been up. There's nothing to book on Cineworld's website. I did go to check. But I don't know if that means they're just blacking out certain amounts of seats.
I was going to say, because
and leaving some 4s and some 2s.
But then are they saying, like, if you're going with friends, you still at the minute, on the 29th of June, you still have to be 2 metres away or a metre away from them by the time the cinema's open. So are they saying that you can book an area of the cinema? So you have one friend that's on row F, seat 26, but then your other friend that you're with is in row G, seat 20.
I honestly don't know.
Right.
But as soon as they've got a one open to book, I'll take a look.
Yeah.
They're staggering the film times. Film start and end times will be staggered to reduce customers crossing paths with other customers going in or out of other screens, and the build-up of crowds in the foyer. Additional cleaning time will be added between films. Again, someone's got to sit down with a spreadsheet.
Yeah, I was going to say that's going to
and work out how long the film is, the start time, the end time, who's going in for the next one. So yeah, that's quite a job. For each individual cinema, it's going to be different as well.
That's going to be interesting.
It will be very interesting. They're going to have plastic screens at their concession areas where safe distancing cannot be maintained. So that's kind of the same as it is in every other shop at the moment. Their tills will be accepting contactless card payments up to the value of £45. And Apple Pay, Google Pay mobile payments have got no limit in the cinemas.
Interesting. I'm surprised they haven't done that with contact, though, because if you think 4 adults, I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't all be paying on the same one, but if you, for some reason, had 4 adults, that's £40 if they're all £10, and then buying food and drink as well. So money management is going to be needed.
It is, yes. Or maybe they're not going to have so many things to buy. Maybe they won't have. They won't have popcorn
or ice cream. Seems a bit, because you're going to have to scoop it out again.
Yes. I think it'll just be stuff in packets.
I would imagine so. You can get packet popcorn
because obviously, they'll be selling stuff in packets. Like ice cream is open to the elements, so if someone coughs over it, I think we might be having slight technical issues with somebody. So bear with us, people. Bear with us. Training and PPE. All employees will receive specific COVID-19 training, and PPE will be provided to employees where the risk assessment has deemed it necessary in line with government requirements, which is very non-specific as to where in the cinema extra PPE is going to be needed. Yeah,
because they're not...
Do you think?
I think so, because at the minute it's not mandatory to wear a mask, is it? In a cinema.
No, we'll come to that in just a second.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's fine. But that's Cineworld's Ratherly guides. And we did contact them to see if somebody could come on and talk about their reopening, and they haven't got back to us yet. But we may have somebody to speak to next week.
Nice. Okay.
That'll be the week of opening. Empire Cinemas say the social distancing measures will be in place throughout the cinema. Please keep your distance and respect others. Online booking and ordering, they're asking that where possible, tickets are booked online. So it's the same as Cineworld. They encourage either the confirmation email or e-tickets to be used to help maintain social distancing on entry. And a selection of retail items are also available to purchase online for collection in cinema. So that's something new, because you couldn't buy your food and drink online before.
No, that's true.
No.
So now you sort of pre-booking your food and drink and collecting it online. Cashless payments only, so they're not accepting cash payments at all.
I'm surprised Cineworld are still going down the you can pay with cash.
I know. Where possible, please use cashless payment method. We accept contactless card payments, again, up to the value of £45. Interestingly, they're not saying that iPhone and Google Pay is more. Right. So that's quite interesting. Additional cleaning practices have been put in place across the cinema. Hand sanitizer stations will be available for both customers and staff throughout the cinema. Their teams will be monitoring capacities. There may be times when customers are asked to wait outside. We appreciate your understanding.
Let's hope it's not raining up at Empire then.
Oh, yes, because you'll be standing in the rain. Staggered show times, again, the same as Cineworld, will allow more time between screenings to reduce the build-up of crowds and to allow enhanced cleaning in the auditoria between shows. They're going to have socially distanced seating. Their booking system has been updated to ensure social distancing is in place whilst at the same time allowing you to sit within your bubble.
Bubble.
How many people in your bubble, Luke?
In my 4.
Yeah.
5. Four and me.
Okay, Toby?
In
Are
my
you in a
house.
bubble?
In a bubble?
Yes, he's with who? How many people are in your house?
Yeah.
In my house?
Yeah.
5.
5, there you go.
But do you not have another bubble?
I do, well, yeah, it's like 3.
Okay.
3, 4 people.
Do you have a bubble?
I do. There's one other person in my other bubble.
Pour him.
Her. How dare you?
Oh,
Don't be sexist. Where were we? Protective screens and PPE will be in use. You will notice the addition of the plastic screens, but I think we're all used to those now because every store seems to have plastic screens.
Yeah.
And PPE will be in use where social distancing is unable to be maintained. I still don't understand where this social distancing will be unable to be maintained in a cinema.
What do you mean?
Because there's nowhere where you wouldn't be able to socially distance. So why is there suddenly PPE needed for the times when you cannot socially distance?
I suppose it's different layouts of other cinemas. Maybe they haven't got as big a reception area, foyer, so that you haven't got the bigger area. And we're fairly lucky that Cineworld has not only got its little bit, but the bit that used to be by Frankie and Benny's that's moved. I don't think the bowling's opened yet, so there's not going to be anyone up there. So there's quite a large area at Cineworld. At Empire, again, they've got quite a large outside area because Frankie Benny's isn't open, so there's not going to be people going in and out there. And then the foyer there is quite big, but I would imagine at other maybe older cinemas, they're going to have smaller areas that you might not be able to stand 2 meters away from.
Possibly. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you very much.
And finally, our employees will receive specific COVID-19 training and the use of PPE equipment as identified in our risk assessments and in accordance with published government guidelines. So that's what's happening, excuse me, in Empire and Cineworld when they open on the 10th of July.
Okay, and anything could change by then.
It could all change.
It could all change.
They might not be opening by then. Look what's happening in
Leicester,
where it's all going a little bit Pete Tong up there. We'll at the end of the show we'll talk about what you can actually watch, because even though they're going to be opening on July,
you can watch.
Yeah, even though you can go to the cinema on July the 10th, there may not be anything new until August.
Hey.
So the question, I suppose, is: are you going to risk your health to go and watch something that you could watch at home?
But then that sounds silly. Is there nothing now until August? Good. Hello?
I didn't hear any of that.
Oh, that's good. So is there nothing now until August?
We'll come to that at the end.
Okay. Well, I have a question then.
The teasing.
What's the point in opening?
Possibly the point in opening is they've been given these 400. They've been given these 450 films, a library of films, and this way they can at least get the cinemas up and running without huge crowds, and so they can see if it works and how it works try and manage it.
Okay, yeah, I get that point.
You wouldn't want them opening of the weekend of Bond,
no, exactly, no.
Thousands of people descending on your cinema. So I think it's kind of a trial run.
But do you think they're going to have? I mean, are you going to go and see any of these 400 films as a die-hard cinema fan?
Absolutely not.
So do you think a lot of people...
You see, what we're forgetting is they've said they're going to open on July the 10th. That's because they were under the impression that Tenet was going to open on July 17th.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. But more news on that later.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't want to rain on your parade, but I just thought, well, what's
that's all right, but you are.
Yeah, that's what I like to do.
All over it. But talking of Cineworld, Cineworld staff have launched an online petition urging their bosses to make face coverings mandatory, because the one thing you'll know that was missing from both of that is no mention of face masks for customers.
Yeah.
And apparently they're not even encouraging people to wear face masks when going to the cinema, which seems a little bit odd. The petition, which is by the Cineworld Action Group, represents employees of the company, criticises management for a lack of clarity ahead of scheduled reopening. The group points to an interview that Cineworld CEO gave to the Hollywood Reporter, indicating that while staff would have daily temperature checks and be required to wear face coverings, customers would not. Again, in America, you're having temperature checks as you enter a cinema. Here,
I mean, you're having
nothing
temperature
like that.
checks everywhere in America, though, because most of the theme parks have opened except for Disney. So at Universal and Sea Life, you're getting temperature checks as you go in and out.
Yeah.
And you're having
Nothing
you're having to wear masks everywhere. I mean, and theme parks aren't enclosed; they're outside, but you're still having to wear face masks because if someone does that. So it's interesting that there's none of that over here.
No, nothing. And the interview in the Hollywood Reporter was the first time that the staff heard of the revised working practices, which is proposing that customers. Their proposal is customers are required to wear a mask face covering to enter Cineworld sites, and should at least have to wear them in high traffic areas where the most contact is likely to occur. These restrictions can be eased in the auditorium where social distancing can be maintained throughout the duration of the film. But yeah, if you're a member of staff at a cinema, I mean, it's no great hardship to ask people to wear a mask, is it?
No,
really?
It's weird though. It's like, I don't know. I'm not trying to get political or anything, but it's weird over here that there's like some sort of weird thing where people don't want to wear masks, whereas in America, from what I've seen, in the theme parks everyone is wearing one. And even if they, they have a momentary blip and they forget to, they someone's saying, "Oh, can you put your mask back on?" and they're putting it back on. But here,
some of them are. There's a few Karens out there. Definitely not.
I know it's not everyone, but like even in shops, over here, you don't have to wear a mask. It's not mandatory. But if you get on a public transport, it is.
Yeah, and of course the worrying thing is all these people wearing masks in America, and yet their cases are going through the roof.
Yeah,
so that's a worry.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll talk about what you can actually watch when the cinemas open at the end of the show.
This is Wycombe Sound.
Welcome back to Monday Movies here on Wycombe Sound. Why are we laughing?
It's just like,
going wrong again?
you, Duncan.
Oh, we've got technical issues.
It's fine, don't
it's
worry.
always on a Monday.
Don't know what it is.
Always on a Monday.
Always Monday.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Welcome back to a technically deficient Monday Movies. Now it's time for...
What we've been watching! That weirdly worked perfectly.
Excellent stuff. That worked perfectly, yes. Let's start with something that we have all watched for a change, shall we?
Yes.
And that will be the Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga. Who was that?
That was in the song, isn't it?
That's in the song, yeah.
Oh, no, I mean, who was doing that?
Me.
Luke.
Oh, it's you.
The musical
all right. I'll just read the plot synopsis from IMDb. When aspiring musicians Lars and Sigrid are given the opportunity to represent their country at the world's biggest song competition, they finally have a chance to prove that any dream worth living is a dream worth fighting for.
Yeah.
So this is co-written, produced by Will Ferrell, stars Rachel McAdams, Will Ferrell and Dan Stevens. It's a Netflix exclusive, so it's on Netflix now. Luke. No, let's go for Toby.
Toby,
all
over the
place.
place.
The Eurovision song.
One of you would actually go first.
No.
No? Go on, off you go, Toby.
Well, it's funny. I didn't. After I watched it, I didn't think Rachel McAdams would be in this role. I don't know why. I think it's very different to everything she's been in. But the story starts with they're both in Iceland, and their dream is to win Eurovision. Well, mainly Will Ferrell's, but yeah. Long story short, they get into the finals, but it doesn't go to plan. But anyway, long story short, I thought some of the songs were, some of the voices and some of the songs were amazing. I thought the shots of Iceland and in Edinburgh as well were amazing. But there you go. There's Iceland for you. But overall, it did make me laugh, but I didn't love it.
I have got a very easy way to sum up this film.
Okay, go.
It's Eurovision.
Go. Yeah.
It's Eurovision.
Yeah, it is Eurovision.
Okay.
It's basically it's a film of the music. But what it is, it's a film of the music contest, and it's everything you get with Eurovision. I agree. I think there are some very funny bits in it. I think there are bits that just complete, and I think it's mainly because I've done 3 years of criticising films. Changed it. Didn't say film and TV. There were moments of it where it just completely took me out of the film. Like the bit where they all start singing together. because
That was my favourite bit.
That is such a Eurovision, like, something they would do in the contest, but it wasn't during the contest. It was out, and it was just like, nah.
That was my favourite bit.
Was it? Well, you're
yes, absolutely my favourite bit.
And then I don't want to ruin what happens, but there's a death in the film, and I don't know if I like that or not yet. I don't know if I find that funny
there's a lot of deaths in the film.
There is, but there's one that is a bit weird, where the mythical creatures help.
Oh yes,
and
yes.
I don't know if I like that or not. I didn't know if yeah. I thought though it was, if it got into the cinemas, it would have done terribly. But I think it being on Netflix, everyone needs something a little bit positive in their life right now. I think it's a good film. We know it wasn't going to be like something that was going for an Oscar or anything, but it was a good film. And now to tell me that I'm completely wrong, Duncan Strip.
I laughed a few times. I've got many issues with it, but considering it was made by people who are supposedly big fans of the song contest. I thought they got so many little things wrong that took me out of it. So, for example, they make a point of saying the UK can't win because everybody hates the UK, which is true. We can't win. So why is it being held in the UK?
Have the answer to that.
It's not in the film.
No, but if you're a fan if you're a fan of Eurovision, then you know why. Because for example, Iceland, if you notice, it's hosted in Edinburgh, but the hosts aren't English.
Yes.
So, for example, if a country wins, but they don't want to host it, another country can... So, for example, if Australia won...
Has that ever happened?
Yes, it has. We hosted it. England hosted it for somebody.
Did we?
We did, yeah.
I'll leave you to Google that.
Thank
anyway,
you.
I thought that was...
And I checked with Wycombe Sound's Eurovision expert on that as well.
Okay, well, I didn't buy that for a second. It didn't ring true for me. I thought the lead characters, for some reason, by the end they were okay. For the first hour, they seemed either supposed to be a bit simple.
Yeah.
12 years old when in fact they're 40 something.
Yeah.
Or it was implying that all Icelandic people are stupid. And I thought I didn't.
But then the other
first hour I was thinking, why are you talking like that?
But then the other characters didn't come. It was just them two that came across like that. None of the other ones did.
I thought it's either insulting to Icelanders, it's insulting to people with learning difficulties, or it's just bad acting. And I couldn't work out which, because at the end they weren't talking like that at all. So that took me out of it. I thought Pierce Brosnan was completely was
pointless.
In it. Goodness only knows, completely pointless, and he was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
The other things, Graham Norton talking over the songs. I thought, if you are a fan of Eurovision, which they say they are, the person commentating doesn't talk over the songs.
No.
They're allowed to talk up to the start, and when they finish, they don't talk over the actual song.
Saying that, having Graham Norton in it was a highlight.
Okay. Having people sitting around in a bar all watching the Eurovision Song Contest, I thought, not since the 1960s, probably. That wouldn't happen.
But then saying that though, I reckon that because if you look at things like the X Factor and The Voice.
No, I can tell you the last time we won it, which was 1990 something.
I mean, you didn't let me finish.
People were not in bars watching.
No. I didn't mean that. But I mean, for example, if Tobi entered...
Yes.
And he was in a small town in Iceland. People going to... It wasn't like the whole of Iceland. It was just that town were going to support.
No, okay, you say that, but I'm going to pick up on that because when he flies back to Scotland at the end and he comes out of the airport and there's no one to be seen, and the taxi driver says, "Oh no, of course there's nobody out. It's Eurovision night." I'm like, well, that hasn't happened since 1956. Surely people haven't stayed at home to watch Eurovision.
As I was saying that, I went, I'm an idiot because I know what he's going to say.
Yes. So I thought there were a few laughs in it. Again, we said this last week about Netflix films. It's over 2 hours long. I mean, that's a 90-minute film, if ever there was one. It shouldn't be over 2 hours long. So I just thought it was a wasted opportunity. Although, what's his name? No. Dan Stevens, I thought was very funny.
Yes.
Very funny indeed.
I feel like Will Ferrell's someone that just plays the same character.
He just plays Will Ferrell with a different accent.
He just plays Will Ferrell, yeah.
Yes, and he can be quite annoying. And he wasn't as annoying as he sometimes is.
No.
But, yeah. So, all in all...
Out of 10?
I was disappointed. Although, I have to say, all of the songs could be Eurovision songs. Easily.
and that was... And do you know who sings for? I can't think of her name. Michelle, is that her name?
Rachel McAdams.
Thank you.
Rachel McAdams.
The person that sings, because she doesn't sing in the film, except for one bit of the opening of the main Eurovision song, is someone that entered for Iceland in the junior Eurovision Song Contest ages ago.
Oh,
and it's now all grown up. And Demi
well
Lovato's in it as well, randomly.
Yes, I saw that at the end. I saw her name come up. I didn't see her. Then I don't know what Demi Lovato looks like.
She plays the one who they think is going to win Eurovision.
Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus, Ariana Grande. Put them in a lineup. I wouldn't be able to pick one from the other.
Well, that's because you're weird. She's the ghost.
No, it's because I'm old.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's the ghost.
What, with the one arm?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Good.
Okay. Anyway, that is...
Out of 10?
5.
Ooh, Toby?
Yeah. 5.5, 6. 5.
I would go 6. Yeah. It's not a film that I would watch again, but I kind of enjoyed it. Like, you kind of enjoy Eurovision when you're watching it.
Yeah, okay. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
And you don't pretend it's good. You just enjoy it.
Yeah, you just enjoy it because you laugh at it, yeah.
Okay. That is the Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga. It's available to rent now on Netflix. Not rent, no, it's available to stream now on Netflix. Sorry, very old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Toby, what else have you been watching?
Well, the only other thing I've seen this week is a film that came out, I don't know when it actually came out, but it came out years ago, and I hadn't seen it for a while, so I thought I'd watch it, which is Friends of Benefits. So this stars Justin Timberlake and what's her name?
You're on a Justin Timberlake roll, aren't you?
Do you know what? It's funny. I didn't even think about that. I forgot he was in that other film that I saw. What is her name? She's married to Ashton Kutcher. What's her name?
Don't know.
She's the voice of Meg in Family Guy.
Oh, yes. What's
her name? I've literally gone blank.
I can't remember either. I've gone blank.
Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
Mila Kunis.
There we go.
Thank you. She's the other one, and basically, right at the beginning, they both get dumped. He flies over to New York to get this job, which he does get, and they decide to sleep together, but just stay friends. And obviously,
Never works.
Doesn't go to plan. But I mean, it's a chick flick, but it also kind of, I think what I like about it actually makes fun of chick flicks. Like, they watch a chick flick and they like, oh, there has to be a cheesy song, and it's all about like love, and so they kind of make fun of the film itself. And I think Woody Harrelson's character in it is great as well. But yeah, it's just overall, there's a few laughs in it. It's fun to watch, and it's just a great film to just put on. So.
Do you know, I haven't actually seen it.
Watch it.
I know. I can't watch everything. Where can I see it?
This is on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
It's a great film.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, it's a great film. I think it's very funny. As Toby said, it doesn't take itself seriously in it mentions other rom-coms and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a great film.
Okay, good. Right. What else have you been watching, Luke?
Well, before that, just to prove my point that I'm always right. In the 1959 Eurovision Song Contest, France...
1959, we're going back to.
Netherlands won, and it went to London. But I also wonder if they did it in the UK as the host, because the UK's hosted it the most. Did you know that?
No.
No? Well, there you go.
I didn't know that.
No.
So.
What else have I watched?
Yeah, I don't know. What else have you been watching?
What was the other thing that I watched?
Oh, good grief. This is well produced, isn't it? Let it go.
Let it go, yes. Let it go. Frozen 2, which is out this week on Disney+. I watched it.
So you are the decider between me and your other half.
Yeah.
I thought it was and she thought it was great.
Great. So I watched it on DVD because old school.
Old school, yeah.
And it picks up a couple of years afterwards after Frozen, the original. And everyone is, getting on with their life. And then warnings. There's a story at the beginning before the Frozen logo appears, and there's a little story told by the parents, who are played by different people in this film, and that then goes throughout the film, and the story of this lost forest, and I was.
It's a sigh.
really happy with the film and really enjoyed it. And Duncan, you're wrong.
I don't believe you. I think you're just saying that.
No,
was
I'm
it
not.
as good as the first one?
I enjoyed it more than the first one.
Oh,
I agree with you that I
come
don't
on.
think the songs are as good. I don't think all of them are as good, but I loved it. Olaf is hilarious. I thought
Yes, I agree with that.
I thought the story was really good. I did think I know I much preferred it.
All right, you're just saying that because your girlfriend's behind you with a bread knife, I think.
She's not, but no,
Yes.
no, I agree. I think it's a great film. I would happily watch it again. I got a little bit teary. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I just don't think you have a heart, Duncan.
Well, Luke's wrong, but there we go. I didn't. Do you know what? Amy had a go at me, but I didn't say it was a bad film.
No.
I just said it wasn't as good as the original.
And I will also say that, and I'm not just saying that, but I've had other people say this to me, that I think Panic at the Disco's version of Into the Unknown is better than Indina Menzel.
Okay, well,
But it works better in the film.
Controversial things from
Thank you.
Luke Davis.
That's what I'm here for.
Frozen 2 is available on DVD, but will be available on Disney Plus
days'
from
time. So
a couple of days' time.
They keep changing it. It was meant to be the middle of July, and now it's this week.
Okay.
Now, just very quickly, Duncan, before we move on, have you finished Normal People?
Yes, I have.
Oh, perfect. Okay. What did you think?
Moving on. I thought it very well made, very well acted. It was very good. I didn't think it was the masterpiece that everybody thought it was. They annoyed me slightly. I wanted to give them a slap. The ending, don't want to spoil the ending, but what happens at the ending is made into this huge deal. And I just thought, it's not that big a deal. You know, people have long distance relationships. And the thing that surprised me was their attitude to most things. It always shocked me when a laptop turned up or a mobile phone, because I thought it was set in the 70s.
Oh, you've got to think about this, haven't you?
Prudish attitude. I just thought, oh my God, no, this is actually modern. And I thought it was odd. And I also thought, I don't want to sound like a prude, but once you've seen them have sex 2 or 3 times, you didn't really need to graphically see them do it again.
No.
You kind of knew what they were going to do. So
Do you want just films and TV programs to just have an intro crawl where it goes, this place is set in the 1970s?
No. No. I'm not saying the sets didn't look. It was nothing to do with the look of the sets or the costumes or anything. It was their attitude,
right? Okay.
To relationships and to life. It felt like they were growing up in the 1970s.
Okay.
So every time they got a mobile phone out, I was like, "Oh no, it's set now," and that's why I didn't understand the end.
Right.
Made into this huge thing, which in the 1970s would have been a massive thing.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be able to see each other, you know. But nowadays, people do that all the time.
Yeah.
So I just couldn't get it. And I must admit, the 50 Shades of Grey kind of sidebar in Sweden seemed a little bit out of place as well to me. But
yeah.
But anyway, I thought it was beautifully made and very well acted.
Frozen 2 out on Friday on Disney Plus.
Excellent stuff. Okay. But yeah. Anyway, what did you think of Normal People, Toby? You liked it, didn't you?
I did. I think the cinematography and the acting was just incredible, and I think some of the scenes were so tense. I mean, I think it was terrible. I just thought, especially there's a scene where they're in Italy, and it's just the tension was just so horrible. Like it was just, horrible to
it
watch
was very
in a
good.
way. But no, I loved it.
But I am enjoying I May Destroy You slightly more.
Okay. I've heard about this.
Yeah.
That's another thing about Frozen 2, actually. I thought it looked...
Oh, we've moved on. Let it go.
But Toby reminded me of something. I thought it looked beautiful. I thought the CGI, at some point, I thought, oh, is this actually real people?
Was it Toby's hair reminds you of the Prince?
Yes, that's what it was.
Blonde locks.
Yeah, that was what it was,
wasn't it? Yeah.
I just thought that it's CGI computer animated stuff is getting so realistic, it's ridiculous.
Computer CGI animation. 3 years of film and TV, ladies and gentlemen.
Shush. But yeah, I thought it just looked really, really good. Really, really pretty.
Good. All right.
Like-
We'll have some more what we've been watching in a few minutes' time, and we'll talk to Colin.
This is Wycombe Sound.
Welcome back to Monday Movies here on Wycombe Sound 106.6 FM. It is coming up to 7:45, and we've been joined by Colin Besley.
Yeah.
Very good evening. Thank you very much. Just
Good
listening to
evening,
Nick there.
sir. How
He's
are
recently
you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you very much for asking.
He's not
what's
well.
coming-
He's very well.
Yeah, very well. All right.
That is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's been very picky today, is Luke. I think I insulted drive time again. I mean,
Yeah.
you'd think,
Oh, no.
you would think he'd be used to it. But
I'm just
no.
getting you ready to go back to work. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, don't mention that.
There we go.
Thanks very much. Anyway, Colin, what is coming up on Chatsworth this evening?
Well, very much looking forward to hearing from Dan Simpson, who hosts, you may know, actually, Duncan, he hosts a video series for Wycombe Wanderers called Bean with the Shot.
Oh, yeah, I've constantly got that on my podcast thing.
I
yeah.
love this,
This
as
is
a
a-
running joke.
This is ahead of the upcoming League Two playoff semi-final. Duncan, perhaps for people that don't know, perhaps you could explain the playoff system.
Colin, did we write a
playoff
script
system,
about
it's
this?
they two teams have to play, and the winner goes through, and they play it off.
But
see
what do
I
you
mean?
think about Wycombe's chances, though?
I think Wycombe have got very good. I mean, they've got as good a chance as anybody else. Let's be honest. I mean, all things being equal, it's a game of two halves in the end.
It really is.
And yeah, literally, it's a game of two halves. So yeah, I think we'll do well.
Good.
If you get a chance, I'd thoroughly recommend it on the Wycombe Sound YouTube channel.
I've
both
already
Duncan and
subscribed,
Luke at commentary and punditry, respectively. That was hockey, wasn't it? You were doing that.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was very funny. There were some bits of that we had to edit out, but it was very, very funny.
I thoroughly recommend watching that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the League Two playoff final. So basically, as Duncan amiably explained there, there are four teams in.
Not ably, amiably.
Yeah, I think more the first. Yes, so Wycombe are playing Fleetwood, which is teams 3 and 6, and then 4 and 5 play each other, and then the winners play each other in the final with a chance of getting promotion to the second tier of English football. Very exciting. Yeah,
Very good.
We chatted to Dan, but you regret asking me now, don't you? We'll be chatting so much of your programme left. We'll be chatting to Dan Simpson after 8, so don't miss it.
Hey, Colin.
Yes.
Hey, Luke.
Hey,
Very, very American.
Hey.
hey. Your football team that you support.
Oh no!
Could be in a couple of seasons playing Wycombe Wanderers.
In a couple of seasons, the way things are going, could be next season.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, an Aston Villa fan who you may have heard of the Premier League, Duncan. They Duncan, I could tell Duncan they're the top of the Premier League currently.
He
Aston
would
Villa.
believe you. Yeah.
No, they're in the bottom 3, so at risk of relegation. So if Wycombe get promoted from League One and Villa go down, yes, I could be.
But you're the only
seeing-
person that would be happy about Aston Villa going down because you can see them locally.
Yes, at a knockdown price.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, I'd be torn as to who I'd support because it'd be tricky. Wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I'm
but-
losing
I have
the will to
seen-
live. I'll be honest.
Duncan
I mean,
would support-
this is fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom Hanks won't be happy, will he, if Aston Villa go down?
No,
he's a big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
and Prince
yeah.
William's a Villa fan as well.
Oh, you got all the big stars.
Tom Hanks, actually, I've heard a fantastic clip of he was talking about how he chose his team to follow, and he said it was down to Villa because he likes the name Queen. He called them Queen Park Rangers instead of Queen's Park Rangers, and another one which we really liked was Nottingham Forest.
Nice.
So yeah, who aren't in the Premier League, but he likes the
Brian Clough. Is he still the manager of Nottingham Forest? No, has he moved on?
He's moved on from this life, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, that's a shame. Okay, Colin.
Moving swiftly on.
Thank you very much. Colin will be here with
Thank you
Chatsworth
very much. Thank
after
you.
the news at 8 o'clock.
Thank you. You've been a great crowd.
With
It's like
the
cricket
only-
applause.
to be honest.
It's like being at
Yeah,
the
it is cricket applause. Yeah.
Let's not
Would
get
you
back
like
on
to explain-
cricket again.
So explain the rules of cricket.
Don't you do
Haven't
some
got time.
catching?
Can I just point out, you may not have heard in Drive Time, Colin, we were talking about sports theme tunes. You know, 'cause they're
No, I
quite
didn't miss that.
iconic. And we were talking about the cricket theme tune,
Oh yes,
which is, of course, as you'll know, by Booker T and the MGs.
of course.
And Luke told me that he used to be quite good at cricket.
Yeah.
He used to play cricket. So
Yeah.
I said to him, "What position?" And do you know what he said? I was a very good catcher.
That's
and I
right.
thought, I don't think that's a position in cricket.
Wicket
I'll be
keeper.
honest with you. No, he doesn't even mean a wicket keeper. He just
No.
meant he could catch the
I
ball.
can catch a ball. Yeah.
Oh, good film.
But only if the ball came straight to him and not if he had to run for it because
Yeah.
he can't run.
No.
So, yeah.
Are you sure you weren't thinking of rounders, Luke?
No, I was terrible at rounders. Could never hit the ball.
Oh. No, but you're a good catcher.
Oh, well, yeah, I was good at catching rounders.
Anyway, this is fascinating. Thank you, Colin. Go
you.
away.
Thank you.
Colin here after
Bye.
news at
Bye,
8
Colin.
o'clock. Let's have some more what we've been watching, shall we?
been watching.
Very quickly, I'll just plough through 3 documentaries that I watched on Netflix this week. First one is Disclosure, which is a documentary about trans representation in the media over the last century. Very interesting talking heads they have in it. It's quite strange that trans people have been in cinema since the birth of a nation in 1900
Oh, right, okay.
something. But it's mostly they were shown as derisory figures or the villains or something like that. So it's 2 hours. It's very interesting. It's a bit soapboxy. And if you ever look about trans stuff on Twitter, it does get a bit soapboxy on there as well. But it's still very interesting, especially the history of the characters in films is very interesting.
And very topical for the moment. As you
And
said,
very topical
people talking about it on
for
Twitter,
now, yes. Also on Netflix, Athlete A. This is a documentary about sexual misconduct in the American athletics team.
Right.
So the female gymnasts apparently were being abused by their head doctor for something like 2 decades.
Right.
And he was reported to the heads of the American Gymnastic Association, who were told not to report it to the police. So he got away with this for 20 years before it was eventually reported to the police. And the first girl who reported it, who she was known as Athlete A because she was the first one that was reporting him. It's not an easy watch because again, it's like the other document, the Jeffrey Epstein one, and I forget what the other one was we watched the other week. There's lots of descriptions of what he was doing to these girls and how he got away with it. But it's a damning indictment of the Gymnastic Association in America and the American Olympic Committee, who were all
knew about it.
Kind of. So yeah, it's not a very easy watch, but it's a one-off film. It's on Netflix now. And from the sublime to the ridiculous, also on Netflix, Dolly Parton, Here I Am, a documentary tracing the life and career of Dolly Parton as seen through 10 of her most famous songs. If you like Dolly Parton, you're going to absolutely love it.
Yeah.
If you don't, if you're not keen on her one way or the other, which I'm not particularly, it's still really interesting, and she comes across a nice person. It's interesting. They interview Jane Fonda, who was obviously starred with her in 9 to 5 and is one of her oldest friends.
Yeah.
And she says Dolly Parton is the consummate professional. She says, I've never seen her drink. I've never seen her do drugs. I've never seen her smoke. And she said also in all the years I've known her, and she said, she stayed around her house before. She goes, I have never seen her not in full makeup and with a wig.
Right.
She goes, I've never seen her without her wig on once. So yeah, it's fascinating. You know, she's getting on a bit, and it's a nice when they talk. One of the songs is obviously "I Will Always Love You," which was made even more famous by Whitney Houston. And she's asked if people say it's Whitney Houston's record, does that annoy her? And she says, no, of course it doesn't. She goes, that is Whitney Houston's record. She goes, it's my song. Yeah. But that's Whitney Houston's record, and she goes, and I don't mind. And she said, I don't mind.
She gets the money for it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, because she became incredibly rich from that. So yeah.
Go for it. I didn't think you'd finish, but carry on.
You said
Yeah, I was gonna. Yes, I was gonna carry on to something else, but I didn't know if you'd finished or not.
I finished. Yeah, those 3 documentaries are all on Netflix.
And you finished the Imagineering documentary on Disney Plus.
Finished the Imagineering story on Disney Plus, which is very interesting. Yeah. You finished that as well?
Yeah, I'd finished that as well. It's
yes.
Yeah, as you said, it's very interesting. Again, it's from a Disney perspective, so they sort of
it's very corporate.
They very quickly move on from some of the issues. But yeah, I thought I find things like that really interesting, like the behind the scenes, and especially we mentioned this last week. Like they've got footage like when the first one was being built. Like they knew that this documentary, was going to happen at some point. And it's
what
thoroughly interesting.
The attention to detail that goes into the rides is just
ridiculous,
mind-boggling.
And again,
mind-boggling,
and how the other parks as well. There's I think 2 in Japan, 1 in France, and and how the differences are between those and the differences they had to make. And the fact is, I don't think it works but the two Japanese ones aren't owned by Disney.
Well, they've got a share.
They've got a share in it,
only a small share.
Small share.
Like the Chinese one. I didn't even know the one in China had opened.
No, so
I had no clue.
I knew there was the big Disney one, but I didn't know there was a water version of it. But that looks really interesting. The water one, it was cool.
No, that's in Japan.
That's what I mean. I thought the Japanese one.
No, I didn't know there was one actually in China.
Oh right, yeah.
I didn't know they'd opened one in China. So, but yeah, they have. You're right, Toby.
Yeah, I'm just listening.
Sorry, I feel like we hadn't spoken to you for so long. Is there anything else you've watched, Toby, before we get on to the last
I've been really bad this week. I've only seen those two things, I think.
That's not being really bad. That's being normal, Toby.
Okay.
We've just been binging stuff.
And I just say, I've started watching Perry Mason on Sky Atlantic. So this is a reboot of an old series. So back in the 70s and 80s, Raymond Burr starred in about 300 episodes of Perry Mason. And Perry Mason is a defense attorney. And back in the old days, it was one case per episode, like TV used to be. This takes it back to before he was a defense attorney. He's got a sleazy kind of private eye in 1930s, I think it is, Los Angeles. It's really dark. It's very violent. I wasn't really particularly looking forward to it, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I think it's really good. And it's not individual stories, one per episode. It's an overarching kidnap story that runs for the whole series. Okay. And I've watched the first two, which are available on Now TV, and it really is very good. And it actually got HBO's biggest opening episode viewing figures, beating Watchmen.
Wow, okay.
When it premiered last week. So yeah, it's well worth watching.
Is Robert Downey Jr. in it?
No.
Okay.
What,
he just shared it and said, you've got to watch this.
Maybe he just liked it.
Maybe he just
liked
it.
Maybe he just liked it.
Yeah.
And the other thing I watched very quickly last night, because we couldn't find anything else, because we've noticed the Sky Planner is getting depleted because basically nothing's being made.
It's just repeats
new
now.
Release, there's just repeats. Watched Ocean's 8, which I watched at the cinema a couple of years ago and thought it was all right. It's a lot better on the small screen, I thought. Very, very enjoyable. Liked it a lot. Yeah, liked it a lot more than I did when I saw it at the cinema.
Nice. There you go.
Cool.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
We're not going to have time to go through the releases and what the shifts, so we'll do it in the podcast.
Yeah,
this is
I've got something to mention in the podcast as well.
Excellent. We will say, though, that there are new digital releases out today and new physical releases. Military Wives finally gets a digital release. The film of the summer. The Hunt, the controversial film that Donald Trump tweeted about and got banned for a few weeks, is out on digital, and The Invisible Man is now out to buy on digital. It was... Sorry?
Where is it? It's invisible. How are you going to find it?
Oh, God.
No? Okay.
And you wonder why people don't listen to her Drive Time. It's because of humour like that. And on physical release, so on DVD, you can now buy Greed with Steve Coogan playing a retail magnate, rather like Philip Green. Like a Boss is out. The Invisible Man is also out on physical. And Mad Max Fury Road gets a special edition with lots of shiny extras.
And Frozen 2 is out on Friday.
And Frozen 2 is out on Sky Plus. Not Sky Plus. What's it called?
Disney Plus.
Is out on Disney Plus on Friday.
And I think
exciting.
They've put a load of behind the scenes stuff up. Actually, I think that's out now, weirdly. Now you can go and watch behind the scenes before you watch the film. Crazy. I'm guessing they're expecting people to have already watched it.
Probably, yeah. Very quickly, there's a Take That movie coming based on their hugely successful stage show. I don't think it was hugely successful. Anyone interested in a Take That movie?
Because it's not about Take That.
I'm not.
Yes, it is.
No, well, it's kind of about. The stage show wasn't.
No, which stage show are you talking about?
The band that they did.
No.
This is a different one.
It's the original stage show.
Didn't even know they had
about
one.
The formation. Yes, it was about the formation. I saw it when I was at Blockbuster, went to a preview screening, so that must be 15 years ago.
Right.
And it was about a group of boys forming a band who become Take That. It wasn't great. It was just another jukebox musical. But are they going to do up-to-date songs in it, though?
We
Take That songs.
Yeah, but obviously when it was out 15 years ago, they didn't have the up-to-date music.
Didn't hear any of that.
It wasn't really interesting.
Good. Okay. And we mentioned Disney Plus. Just so you know, if you're subscribed to any Disney channels on Virgin Media or on Sky, they will be leaving all platforms at the end of September and being exclusive to Disney Plus. It's not something because of Disney Plus. Apparently, it's because nobody could come to an agreement with Disney to keep them on their platforms, which basically means they wouldn't pay enough money.
Do you know what? Not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Well, no,
I think I said that when they announced Disney Plus. I said I think Disney Channel will be going. So Disney Channel, Disney XD, all of that will be going, and it gives them more content, which they don't really have at the minute.
But it's not that they don't want anybody else to have them.
It's
that
Disney
they can't come to an agreement. Yeah,
do you think we'll see less Disney films on like terrestrial TV and Sky?
I don't. No, I think they'll still go to Sky.
Yeah, but maybe not on the BBC or ITV.
I don't know. I'll look into that.
Please do. Or they'll just be more expensive.
Yeah, exactly. And one other piece of news that probably nobody wanted: Pirates of the Caribbean is going to be rebooted with Margot Robbie in the lead role and producing. So no Johnny Depp. It's going to be a female-led Pirates of the Caribbean.
I think if it takes it back to its original, the first one was very good.
Was excellent. Let's be honest, it was very, very good indeed.
So a new look. I think they've got plenty of stories to go on it. I think why not?
Yeah. He'll probably do well.
Yeah, Margot Robbie's great. Why not?
Yeah,
she is very good. Yeah, she is very good. That's it for this week.
Oh.
Thank you. There'll be more in the podcast, which will be available probably sometime
next
century.
Yeah,
because last week still isn't out, but there will be a podcast at some point. Luke and Toby, thank you very much.
Thanks, Duncan.
Thank you.
We're back next week at the same time, 7 till 8. Not sure what we'll be discussing because not sure what's out, but I'm sure whatever it is, it'll be very, very interesting. Trust us. And that was a show.
Wow.
What? That was a show, wasn't it?
Whoa. I mean,
we clawed our way through it.
Just about got through that, yeah.
Yes, just about. Anyway, good. Well done, everybody.
Well done, us.
Well done. Now then. What's this photo that I'm supposed to be showing you?
So you're not showing anybody, but you saw a photo earlier and you had some questions.
Oh yes, I did.
For Duncan, not for Duncan. For Toby Stubbs.
Mr. Stubbs.
Mr. Stubbs.
I'd like to know somebody's name.
Yeah.
Who's?
For anyone.
Oh, that's Tilly and Theo.
There we go.
They're my dogs.
They're your dogs. So they're boxer dogs. Are they boxers?
They passed away. They passed away a few years ago, but.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
Yeah, it's right.
I've just got the phone's ringing.
See, that's.
Oh dear God.
That's social media for you. But but what I'm just trying to say is it's all fake, But no, we had dogs years ago, and I don't know why. Just during lockdown and stuff, I was just like, I really wish they were still around.
Oh dear. So I brought up. I'm so sorry to bring up bad memories. That was.
Take it off the stream.
Were they at least?
I'm putting bad memories on it. So.
Well,
at
it's
least,
your own fault.
Were they old at least?
Yeah, they were old. I think they were about. She was 9 and he was 11.
Sounds like an Avril Lavigne song.
Okay, lovely. So, what were their names?
Tilly and Theo, Tallulah and Theobald.
Oh. What?
Oh, hello.
Tallulah and Theobald.
Well, it is the Stubbs.
I didn't name them.
It is the Stubbs household, Duncan. Posh names for dogs.
I'm glad I never had to take them for a walk and shout their names across the common.
No.
Tallulah, Theobald, do come back.
Tilly and Theo.
Tilly and Theo. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. Well, sorry for bringing that up. Shall we talk about releases?
Oh, yes, please.
Because cinemas are reopening, as we talked about in the main show, on July the 10th. Yes. And the whole plan was Tenet was going to arrive on July the 17th. And Christopher Nolan refused to move it. That was the date. That was the release date, and that was where it was sticking.
Yeah.
Last week he moved it to the 31st of July, and that was the release date, and that's where it's sticking. So of course it's been moved again.
Yeah. Oh.
What old dear is old dear because it's been moved, or old dear because I've disappeared?
No, you're there, but Toby's turned into a slideshow.
I don't know if it's mine or not.
Yeah, it's you, because you look very funny.
All my
now.
equipment seems to be working. You've turned into a Muppet because you're not moving now. It's very funny. I might take a picture of it. I'll take a picture of your frozen screen.
That is hilarious.
What the hell is happening?
There we go.
That's
What is going on here?
I don't
Hello?
know, Toby.
Hello,
Anyway.
can you hear us?
Yeah, we
he's
can
back.
hear you, Toby.
He's back. He's moving. Oh, I think he's disconnecting on. Toby.
Hello?
Hi.
Was Duncan gone, or was that me?
That was
No, just you.
Massively you.
So Duncan, you were talking, they went, yeah.
No, that
And
was,
you
that-
just
I was
froze.
all good. That was you.
Sorry,
Yeah.
no, my thing dropped out, so sorry. Anyway,
Carry on.
Okay,
Sorry.
what? Anyway, so yes.
You mean Tenet's moving, Duncan?
Tenet is moving. Yes, it has been moved again. It was moved from the 17th of July to the 31st of July. It has now been moved to the 12th of August.
But
So
I
a whole
bet,
4 weeks
Sorry.
after cinemas are opening.
I bet
Well,
the cinema manager saw that and went, bum.
And as if they're just sort of, tit for tat kind of thing, Mulan has decided to move as well. That has moved to the 21st of August. That
So-
was going to be the
So I
21st of July.
Duncan,
probably
a
won't go to the
question
cinema
for you.
till August
Yes.
now,
What can I watch in the cinemas?
What you'll be able to watch in the cinemas, there is a film, I can't remember its name, starring Russell Crowe, which apparently is going to be released in
Gladiator?
July. But no, a new film with Russell
okay.
Crowe that will be released in July. Can't remember what it's called, but it's not a huge film. So there will be no big films. All that you can watch at the moment is a selection of library titles that the cinemas have been given. So stuff like Star Wars, E.T., Back to the Future,
4K Star Wars,
4K Star Wars.
if you have a 4K screen.
Are they standard pricing, or are they like discounted? Because
I think it's standard pricing.
no.
I know, disgraceful.
Well, it makes sense. They've not.
But that is. But my point is, if you're going to a cinema and it's going to be quite busy and you're going to risk your health, are you going to risk your health to go and watch a film that you could quite happily watch in your own lounge?
No.
And the answer's no.
So why don't they just say we're going to close again?
I don't know.
They're going to say
it could happen. It could happen.
I don't think if they open. And not, I mean, you are the film guru, and you go to the cinema before lockdown. How many times a week were you going to the cinema?
2 or 3.
Right.
probably.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're not going to go to see these films.
Not films that I've seen before
No.
and can watch for free
So
on Netflix.
are they
no.
going to make a profit of?
No, I don't think they are. But I think they've been given the films for free.
Right. Okay.
And
But then they still got to
honestly-
pay for rent and electric, and
But they're paying that anyway.
Well, yeah, but
because
not.
they've only got a rent holiday for so long.
Yeah.
So, and I think, like we said in the main show, they're using this as a trial to see if it works and they can get people in and out safely.
I guess it's kind of like a test run.
Yeah. I see what. Yeah,
So-
I just I think it might. It's going to be safe for everybody, and I can see why they're doing a test run, but maybe do a test run and not open. I don't know.
But again,
silly.
Again, like I said, they were planning. Tenet should have been released.
Exactly.
So this date was set, and then the staff would have been told they're off of furlough. And once
Yeah.
you've taken staff off of furlough,
Can't put
you
them
can't re-furlough.
No,
So they had to open.
Yeah.
Really.
it's a shame. And again, I know the government are saying don't wear masks, but do wear them. They're not saying don't.
Well,
they're
it's,
saying
it's
not
just
mandatory.
very odd that they're not encouraging
Yeah.
you to wear a mask. And I mean, I hate to be cynical because that's just not my style. But you kind of think, are the cinemas not encouraging the use of masks because they think if the customers are wearing masks, they're not going to buy food and drink?
But then they still are at like places like what I mentioned in the main show about Universal and Sea Life.
But they're outside.
I know, but they're you're required to wear a mask. You
Yes.
have to wear a mask.
Yes.
Whereas you're in an enclosed space and it's up to you basically. Your
Yes.
common sense, and look how well that's
Yes.
gone.
Yes. Poo in a takeaway box on the beach.
Exactly.
There was no common sense in this country.
No.
It's populated
actually
by
happened.
idiots. Yes, that actually happened.
that
On
actually happened.
Bournemouth Beach, the police said when they were cleaning up the beach, they found takeaway boxes with feces in.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, whoever's done that cannot be relied on to socially distance
No.
and use common sense.
And then you can see why.
Although I suppose you could say they were using common sense. At least they didn't just leave a feces on the beach.
well, kind of.
They put it in a takeaway box.
But then
Surely
you,
everyone would have seen it.
Well, we were asking that. My mouth half thinking, well, where did they go
Melt
to
it.
do it?
Oh, yeah.
Did they sit on the beach and do it, or did they go into the bushes? Don't know.
on the beach.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Well, no, because they were okay. So they were on the beach having a picnic.
and
hang on.
there's the bushes on the beach, and I thought I'll go by.
The sand
What?
sand bushes.
It's a sand
There's
bush.
bushes at the back. No. Have you never been to a beach?
Yeah, it doesn't have
I
bushes
don't
on it.
remember bushes being
Not on the beach, but at the back before you go onto the beach.
The back.
Oh my God! You're just being willfully obstreperous. Talk amongst yourselves. I don't care anymore.
Wait, hang on. We can just hang on a second. Let's
So
have
guys,
a.
just remember, if you're going to a beach, there will be bushes.
Let's
at
just
the
go to
back,
a live feed of a beach.
and the sea will be at the front.
Anyone? see
Yeah,
any-
that is not a British beach. And look at all the bushes in the background.
That's an island.
It's an island. It's not on a beach. I will leave you with this.
Right,
because
okay. There's a British beach.
Your backgrounds are not allowing us to.
I can't really see.
Yeah. Okay. Turn
Hang
your
on, let's hang on. God.
No, I do get what you mean, but it's just funny how you just.
We were just
Of course you do. You're being not. See, look at all those bushes and plants at the back of the beach.
I mean,
I
okay.
mean, where is that?
Somewhere in England. Apparently that's one of the best beaches in the UK.
No,
Nice.
fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
don't know where it is. Doesn't say.
Fair enough.
So yeah, bushes at the back of a beach.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're on the beach though.
I didn't say they were on the
No,
beach.
but
I said, did they go? I said, did they sit on the beach and do it in the takeaway, or did they go and walk to some bushes?
I love
I mean,
that.
they
This
still
is brilliant.
did it in a takeaway box.
Yeah, don't do
that.
that.
Don't do that.
And you can see why places, that haven't had the tourists because
You can cut all this out.
no, that's staying.
No.
You can see why places like Cornwall and Devon who haven't got many people on the beaches at the minute, but are worried now because you can book a holiday. Go camping somewhere. They're worried about what's going to happen to their beaches. Be respectful.
I don't
of
think they
beaches.
are, because the people who go to Devon and Cornwall, that's a long way. Bournemouth, Brighton, that's a short hop for people in London.
Yeah.
And that's where people go. They don't, you don't go to Devon for the day.
No, but if people are just be respectful of your beaches
And your bushes.
and your bushes as well.
Glad I made you laugh. That's what I'm here for.
You did. That was very, very funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
good.
Any other bushes?
Very fun.
Funny.
Thank you.
Have you got any other bush news or beach news you want to bring
You
up?
could just write off, and then you're going to have to put a bleep in there, aren't you? And I'm just doing that to give you work to do.
That's fine.
Okay, finally, there's some new films coming to Netflix in July.
Let's hear them.
Bring them. Bring them.
Good ones as well.
Good.
Okay, go.
Because I don't believe, Luke, you haven't seen the new Mission Impossible, have you?
I've not seen any Mission Impossible, so
Oh yeah.
I still can't get my head around. Anyway,
No.
the last Mission Impossible, the best Mission
Where's
Impossible
that?
is Fallout.
No, where is
Fallout.
it?
Where is it? It's on Netflix.
Where is it based?
Thank you, Toby.
All over the place.
yeah.
France, England.
Is that the one where the plane rolls down the road in the trailer?
Plane rolls
like a
down
helicopter?
a road.
He grabs onto the side
Yeah.
of the plane.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, that's not in this one.
Oh,
Is it not?
don't they have like a helicopter crash or something?
Yes,
Right. Lovely.
but there's no roads.
Oh, I thought it went down a road.
No,
No.
there's no roads.
Okay. I'm glad.
Why don't you just watch it? Why don't you just watch one?
I'm going to watch this one.
Okay.
Crying out
I've
loud.
seen it twice, I think.
Anyway, okay, so yeah, Mission Impossible Fallout comes to Netflix next month, as does The Truman Show, Black Klansman, Jurassic Park 1 to 3.
Sorry. Truman Show, is that Jim Carrey?
Yes, I want to see
it
that.
is.
I've been wanting to see that film for years.
Yeah.
so I'm so happy about that.
Unbelievable that neither of you have seen
And-
it, but why am I surprised?
Is that new Jurassic Park?
No, it's Jurassic Park 1 to 3.
Okay.
Behind the Candelabra, Michael Douglas and Matt Damon, the story of Liberace, which is very good, very funny. Gladiator, Amelie, About a Boy, Schindler's List.
Amelie is weird.
Amelie's brilliant.
It's brilliant, but weird.
That's what is his name? Is that Steve Carell and?
No, it's Hugh Grant.
Okay. Different film. I'm thinking of Beautiful Boy. That's why.
Okay. Schindler's List. You've both seen Schindler's List?
Yes.
Years ago, yeah.
Good. Hot Fuzz is on there. Mamma Mia.
Amazing film.
The first one will be on there.
Oh, we'll come to that in a minute.
And Field of Dreams.
Nice.
Some great films.
Some great films. I've lost the will to live. I don't care if there's no films on there anymore.
So I have watched 3 things, other things.
Oh, what a shame. We're right out of time. Never mind. Thank you very much for listening.
No, we're not.
We're out of tape.
Yes, I'm recording this on tape. I have watched Here We Go Again, Mamma Mia.
Oh, we don't need to go into that again.
Julie Walters is brilliant.
Honestly.
I'll just leave it at
Just
that.
because you're in love with an old woman.
She's great, and I still laughed. I cried at Angel Eyes because it's hilariously funny.
MILF.
New TV series that I've been watching that isn't new, but it's new to me, which is New Girl.
Never heard of it.
It's really good, really funny. Features someone probably doesn't know Zoe Deschanel.
Of course, I know who she is. She's in one of my favourite films.
Oh, what's that?
500 Days of Summer.
Ah, okay. But yes, she's in this as well. It's really good. You should watch it. It's on Netflix.
I've seen a few episodes. Oh. It's pretty good.
Yeah. And obviously it was meant to be Glastonbury last week.
You've not told me anything that it's about.
Oh, it's about a group...
I have no idea what it's about.
It's about a group of... I forgot that we did that on this show. Sorry. Yeah. It's a group of friends that live in a apartment, but it's America, so it's massive. It's a loft apartment, and she moves in with the 3 other characters that are in it, who are all male, and it's hilariously funny. She's just come out of a relationship. I'm only on series 1 at the minute, so yes.
So sounds hideous. What else?
No, it's really good.
You just reminded me, Luke, that the other thing I've watched is lots of Glastonbury performances.
Yeah, Glastonbury was meant to be this weekend. And it was a shame, but I knew they were going to do something, and I think they've done the BBC have done a great Glastonbury experience, and showing some stuff that I like. David Bowie, for example.
Yeah, I watched that last night.
Was on last night. I caught a bit of that and was really, really good. That was from 2000. I saw Adele and Coldplay. Obviously, they were excellent. I forgot how good Adele was on her Glastonbury show. Who else have you seen, Toby?
I saw Foo Fighters set. I saw Royal Blood set. I saw Foals, and then I saw like a bit of Amy Winehouse, and who else did I see? Saw someone else, but I thought it was amazing. I'm not sure, but I think they're on there
for a month.
Of them are on there for another month.
Yeah, you got 30 days to watch them. So, and there was loads of stuff. It's still going out tonight as well. So it's
everything: rock, pop, reggae, funk. Whatever.
It's great.
Yeah, it's really good.
Duncan?
Yeah, I'll put it on my list to watch.
No, well, you've got a month. You've recorded David Bowie, though.
That's the only one I'm going to watch.
Yeah, okay. Did you not watch Adele's one back?
No.
Oh, okay.
Seen it once. Don't need to see it again.
You're one of those people.
Well, I've seen it.
So you've seen lots of films before and you watch them again?
I don't watch many twice.
Do you not?
No, not very many.
Oh, you're...
Very rarely.
How weird.
So, at least I watched them. Okay, so what else, Toby? And Luke, sorry, there was one more thing.
No, Glastonbury was the other thing.
Oh, okay.
New Girl, Glastonbury, and Mamma Mia.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Good. Bye then.
There you go.
You can't just leave it like that. Bye.
That's it then, yes?
Yes, that's another podcast out the way. Next week is the last Monday No Movies?
No, because there are no new movies till August.
Oh, that's true. Fair point.
So we've got lots of Monday No movies.
Monday No
I don't know what we'll be talking about next week. I'll find something and tell you.
I would have watched some
we're going to have to find something.
Yeah.
You won't have watched some stuff. Oh, and Toby, you won't have watched some stuff. Let's be honest.
Oh no, when's Truman Show out? Is that this week? Is that or just this month?
It's in July. I'm not sure.
Okay. I think it's soon because it's on there coming soon bit on Netflix.
No,
yeah, because it's July.
For years, I've been wanting to watch that film. So,
And it's not been available anywhere for years?
well, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's one of those. It's one of those. It's one of those things where you say you're gonna do it, and then you don't. But now I have no excuses. So definitely
You have
watch
absolutely
it.
no excuses.
No.
No.
Absolutely.
It is available on Netflix from this
first.
Wednesday.
So I would have seen that by next week.
Yeah, I would have seen it by next week.
Boom!
Boom! It is then. Okay, well I'll watch that again, shall I?
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, watch that again. Yeah.
Mission Impossible is on there from Friday.
Okay, I might watch that as well, if that's the best one.
Yeah, I've seen that, but I'm going to watch that again this week. Also,
Well,
I've seen
it is
Hot
the
Fuzz
best one,
about
Luke, but-
5 million times, so we can talk about that if you want.
It is the best one, Luke, but if you haven't seen the others,
Yeah.
there's stuff you're not going to get, and the relationship
okay.
between the characters, because it's
Yeah.
the same characters. So yeah.
Are they available anywhere else?
I mean, I'm sure if you went up to YouTube, if you wanted to do this, did like a 1 to 6 recap.
There you go, I'll just do that.
Well, number four is on there, and
Number 4's
Fallout
on
is
there.
on there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but they're all. I mean,
I might be able to find them on Prime or something.
the weak link is Mission Impossible 2. You
Okay.
can skip 2 because it's pretty pants.
Right.
I can't even remember the number 2.
1 is still really good.
Three
is really good. 3 is directed by J.J. Abrams.
Oh, right.
Very good.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that is
the
really
3's
good. All of them. It's just number 2 that's a bit
Okay.
pants.
I'll see
So,
what I
yeah.
can do.
Excellent stuff. I look forward to that.
It's a mission.
Okay.
Let's hope it's not impossible.
Well, we kind of know it will be. It's not so much Mission Impossible as it will be Mission Can't Be Bothered.
Nice.
Mission if you choose to accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
might accept it.
Mission, if you can be bothered to accept it, is to
yeah.
watch some Mission Impossible.
Okay.
All right then. Well, see you next week then. Bye.
Yes.
Right.
Wow.
See you in July.
Can you
See
tell
you
I'm
in
getting
Ju-
hungry? Oh yeah, see you in
See
July.
you next month.
See you next month. Halfway through the year. What have you done for this year?
Not
oh
a
yeah,
lot,
nothing.
I'll see you in a month's time.
No, you won't.
No, I know I won't, but people will make that joke.
Okay.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.